going on, everybody? Welcome back to another LEGO YouTube video. Today we are of course reviewing one of the most highly anticipated and highly requested UCS LEGO Star Wars sets of all time, and it is of course the newly released UCS Venator, and it is the biggest Star Wars The Clone Wars set ever released as of recording this. It comes with 5,374 pieces, and it retails for $650 in the United States, and it is exclusive to LEGO stores and the LEGO website. Included in this set are 4 different instruction manuals to help you build the set, and what's cool with the first instruction booklet is you do get a nice little fact sheet here where you can see some details about the Venator and the history of it, as well as some insight into the design process. There are 6 stickers included with this set, which is unfortunate, but the stickers do at least look nice, and as we look at the Venator from the front side, we're able to see tons of details that are of course standard for these kind of UCS LEGO Star Wars sets, such as plenty of greebling, and it looks really nice as they use a variety of different elements throughout the set, so it doesn't get too boring or repetitive, and they use some unique pieces like some roller skates, and you can also see this first turret off to the side here, and it is not able to move. It's kind of stationary, but that doesn't really matter to me as this is more of a display set rather than a play set, so I don't mind that too much. And one of the more notable features on the side here is this hangar door, which is open, and we can see a Republic gunship in it. What I really like about the greebling, of course, like I said earlier, are the unique elements that they use. We're able to see roller skates, droid arms, and a variety of 1x2 tiles, and you're also able to see these 4 turrets towards the back of the Venator. Once we look at the top here, we are of course able to see a much more smooth look to it, and it looks really nice. They use a lot of different tile pieces, and this main line is at a slight angle, and it's constructed mostly with 2x6 and 2x4 dark red tiles, and we can also see some 1x2 ingots in there too. We can also see some of the sticker pieces that I was talking about earlier. We have the, of course, Republic logos on the sides here, and then we have these other more basic designed sticker pieces too, and it has a very clean and sleek look to it. Also on the top of the Venator, we are able to see some more turrets. However, I do like these ones more as opposed to the ones I showed you earlier, as these guys are able to fully rotate because they are placed on these 2x2 jumper plates, and I think they look a lot better, and I really like how you're able to move them around a bit, and there are 4 included on each side of the Venator. Moving more towards the edge of the wings, we are able to see this nice striped dark red design that we have here, and then there's also some 1x1 dark gray tiles too towards the back of the Venator. On the back side, we're able to see some more plates detailing it, and it looks really nice. I think probably the most noticeable detail on the back of the Venator are definitely the thrusters. They use some nice transparent blue pieces, but probably my most favorite is the power miner pieces and this nice metallic silver piece, and they're very fun to put together. We're also able to see some stickers towards the back here, as well as some light gray and dark gray tiles, and we're able to see lots of these 1x2 grill pieces, which look really nice, and the Venator just looks very impressive from the back, which is kind of unfortunate because you don't really see it from this angle too much, but it does look very impressive, and it's one of my favorite details with it. Moving on towards the bridge here, we have a more simple design towards the back, and then towards the side though, it does get pretty interesting. They use some unique greebling techniques here. We've got your basic 1x2 tiles. However, what I really like about this are the transparent blue pieces, and then we even have some masonry bricks as well as a crate that is normally used for like placing minifigure accessories in it, but they have it used in this set as some details for the bridge. And speaking of the bridge, I also really like how it's at this nice little angled area here. It looks really nice, and they're able to accomplish this through these Technic pieces, and then they also use a variety of hinge pieces too to kind of get that nice little angle that we see here, and it looks very nice, very well executed. This also has a dark red color scheme, as this is supposed to be the flagship, so that is why it's not just the basic gray. And then if we look at the other side of the Venator, it's very similar. However, the main difference is this hangar bay door is now closed as opposed to being open and detailed with a Republic gunship, and it's basically symmetrical to the other side, and it does look really nice, and for some reason was not very repetitive while building it. I did have fun with it. And then if we look at the bottom of the Venator, we're able to see the stand that actually supports this, and you can't remove it, unfortunately, as it is part of the structural integrity. And then we also have the display plaque, which is printed, and I really like how this is starting to become a new standard for the UCS sets, as they are now substituting these printed ones instead of the stickers, and we do get a Clone Wars plaque too. And then we do get our 2 minifigures inside of the set, which is a new version of Phase 2 Rex, and we also get Admiral Yularen. Here's a better look at the 2 minifigures. They do look really nice, and here's a look at the alternate faces for Rex and Admiral Yularen, and then both minifigures do include back printing, and what I really like about Rex is he does have arm printing, which looks really nice and is definitely a welcome addition to the minifigure, and I would have to say the torso print is much better with this one as opposed to the 2013 one, and Rex does go for around $160, while Yularen trends for about $60, and here is Rex compared with his 2013 iteration. Obviously, I like the 2013 one more. I just think it's much better, and I have a lot of nostalgia for that one, but I think if you put a waist cape on the new one, it does look a lot better. It's notable, it's worth mentioning you don't get one, and I kind of combined the best parts of each minifigure with this one, so in my opinion, this is like the definitive Rex minifigure. It uses the helmet and the waist cape from the old one and combines that with the new printed arms of the new Rex minifigure. Anyway, though, moving on to some more details of the Venator, here it is compared with the Moff Gideon's light cruiser and the Tantive 4, so you can kind of get a better idea as to the actual scale of this set. It's very big, so it'll be hard to find space for if you do decide to buy it. And then here it is next to the other UCS Star Wars set, the UCS Republic Gunship. It's definitely a lot longer, but you can see the Gunship is a little bit wider, but it does still look really nice. And then here we have it compared with all my other UCS sets, including the UCS Millennium Falcon, which is still the biggest set. However, if you compare this set to another UCS set that's on sale right now for a similar price, the UCS Razor Crest, it's weird to think that this is $600 as opposed to $650, and you get 700 more pieces, and you get 2 additional minifigures. And what's also better with the Razor Crest as opposed to this is it does have a fully detailed interior. So while this set definitely is great, I wouldn't say it's perfect, as for $600, you get more pieces and more minifigures and arguably more details with the Razor Crest, which is definitely something worth noting when you consider buying this as opposed to the Razor Crest. However, I don't have the UCS Razor Crest, so I can't really make a full comparison, and I don't really know if I would like that set in my collection. I think really it just comes down to, are you a bigger fan of The Mandalorian, or are you a bigger fan of Star Wars The Clone Wars? I myself personally am a much bigger fan of Star Wars The Clone Wars, having grown up with the show, and I think a lot of other people are too, which is why I think this set is so popular, and it's been on backorder on the LEGO website for some time now, which is kind of impressive given its really, really expensive price range. However, let's go ahead and get into my final thoughts with this set. I give it a 9 out of 10. It is a very impressive Star Wars set, probably one of my favorites in my collection. I think I still prefer the UCS Millennium Falcon to the Venator, as the Millennium Falcon is probably the most iconic Star Wars ship, and I just love the details in that set, but this is a very close second. I love the dark red color scheme and all of the greebling that they use in this set, and this is just a very impressive build, and it's very fun to build it too, which is also important too for these UCS sets, is the building process fun, because I don't want to just be dreading the build, you know, that's like a big part of LEGO sets, and luckily that is very enjoyable too. And I think the end result that you get once you finish building it is even better, and honestly, in my opinion, I think it's worth the money. It's a little overpriced, but I think it's still good. But definitely let me know what you guys think of this set down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.